Hello all. I just wanted to introduce a few things that I think are interesting. Recently I picked up this a Chayo, a friend of mine, a Taiwan friend. He got a bunch of these, and so I got one from him, a 30 kilo double horned anvil. I don't know how useful this will be for me, given that I have a 35 kilo petting house, but I think the one thing that will come in handy is the double horn. So you'll probably see me using this and giving my opinion in upcoming videos. And other than that, in the back here you see I'm fooling around making a tumbler with just spare parts I have laying around, and not much success. I mean, it works, it spins, but once I get the medium in there, it doesn't seem to work very well. I think it needs to have some sort of agitator in there, but yeah, you'll probably see me fooling around with this also in an upcoming video. So, and then getting on to other items that I got from that friend, I got these two tongs. These are Chinese tongs. Obviously the Chayo is also from China, and yeah, they're not bad. They're definitely functioning tongs, and they have the interesting aspect of being this pass-through style. So yeah, I'll probably see what I can do with these, clean them up a bit. They're pretty rough. And the one though that is really interesting is this, and for reasons that you probably can't even notice, and I didn't even notice, but my friend pointed out, is that whereas this one is pass-through style and riveted, this one is a pass-through, but it's not riveted. It just has two dimples, just two indents on either side. It doesn't, it functions okay. Sometimes it opens, sometimes it doesn't, but you know me, guys, I think this is something that I'll probably fool around with in a video and try to mimic this style. I really like that idea, of just making these indents that the tongue functions on. So yeah. And then the final thing, maybe the most interesting, is this little traditional style Chinese anvil. So I think I've did a little bit of research. I think it's called a bread loaf anvil for obvious reasons. And so this might be something, I don't know. This weighs about 4 kilos. And this might be something that if he can get in quantity that I might try to sell. But I want to use this first and see how useful it is. We reckon that it's cast steel, not cast iron. It's definitely it's a very good casting. The thickness of this, you can see it's hollow on the bottom end here, and that thickness is about 2 inches. It has this pritchel hole, these steps in front, and this kind of a horn, or I guess you would call it a bick. So it's very interesting. I think this could be an item that some people might want to collect or might find useful in their work. It's more like a jeweler's size, but I think for some blacksmithing operations this could be useful. So I'll give it a go and see, and then, like I said, depending on costs and all, it might be something that I might offer. I've done some initial number crunching, and I think I'd probably have to sell it for somewhere in the $150 range plus shipping, so maybe that makes it a little bit expensive, but if this is the type of anvil you're looking for, maybe it could be worth it to some folks. So yeah, and lastly, given the current situation, I know this is a very tough time for most, myself included. I could go on a rant and give my opinions, but it's typically fruitless to dwell on negatives. So I think that the one positive is maybe we can learn some valuable lessons from this and come out better for it. Maybe get back to a simpler life and what really matters. So just in closing, I want to say be safe, be sane, and God bless.